so I'm starting here with just a simple peel-off base coat because I am a lazy human being and I would rather not dry out my skin with acetone every single time I do my nails, and I actually do my nails really often. It's a big surprise right there, like 2 or 3 times a week occasionally. But then other times I'm just like, no, my nails are really short, and then I just decide, oh yeah, I'm just going to just not do them for about a month, and then I lose all of my skill. Well, if you could even call it that. Oh, whoop, now I'm doing a really crappy thin blue coat of polish, but I didn't realize how absolutely shitty it is until after I was putting it on. But it's not like I have any other better blue polishes right there, because the other one is neon, and I'd rather not have that for this because I'm trying to do a gradient for a sunset. So here I'm finally putting on a second coat. I was expecting it to take more coats, but surprisingly it only needed 2 to be almost fully opaque, because there's no way that polish is going to get completely opaque without it just being kind of a little interesting and being oversaturated, and I don't want it to be too oversaturated because it is supposed to be a sunset, and typically the dark blue is not the brightest color in a sunset. Don't know if you've ever seen a sunset if you think that the blue is the brightest part, because typically it's not really the thing that catches your eye. It's all the pinks and purples and reds and yellows, and it's really beautiful. Anyways, what am I talking about again? Alright, so here I am starting the gradient with the purple, but I forgot how fast this polish dries. And so I went to go and blend it because I don't have my liquid latex, so I couldn't do the sponge trick. Thanks Simply Nailogical for that. So I did my dipping nail art brush in acetone and slightly melting it. I mean, it's not the best, but it kind of makes a good messy gradient. And that's good for something like this, which isn't supposed to be absolutely perfect. So this is actually one of my favorite pinks. It's a nice salmon. It looks good because I don't typically like pink nail polish, but I'm just finishing it up. The pink is not really going to be seen because of the skyline that I'm doing after, but it's just enough that you can sort of slightly see it from behind some of the buildings, which, I mean, I like it, but it's kind of a shame that you really only see the blue and some of the purple and maybe a tiny bit of the pink if you're lucky enough. So now I'm just putting on a quick dry glossy top coat because that is always something that you should have. Except here I have finally run out of my favorite quick dry glossy top coat, which really does make me sad because I do my nails a lot, as I said. So I go through a lot of it. So I'm using my mother's, actually. It's called 1 Minute Artificials. They're actually pretty good. Oh, of course, holographic top coat on top of that. Because if it's going to be a twilight sunsetness, and you want there to be some stars popping out, because it's pretty, and that's how skies are, usually, I think. Whatever. Alright, so here I am grabbing some black paint and a teeny tiny brush, and this is actually really strenuous, doing all the buildings, because I really had to sneeze right about here, and I couldn't, so I was kind of panicking a little bit, like, do not mess this up, do not mess this up, but I think it was going pretty well. So what you want to do is make sure that you have variation into the different heights of the buildings to give it more of an accentuated look. And I made sure that you could see at least some of the pink from the sky in it because, well, I put on the pink there for a reason. And so here I am also continuing to finish up the buildings, and I was putting lightning rods here and there just to kind of make it look a little bit more cool instead of just a bunch of blocks right next to each other, which can be kind of not exactly the most fun to look at if you're even going to be looking at your nails for more than 5 seconds. Which, really, with nail art, you're really the only person that's looking at them. So I'm finally adding another quick dry glossy top coat, which, as I said, is not my favorite one, so it actually took some time to dry. Weird. Yeah, I know, I'm so spoiled by my own. But here we go, just to seal it all in. Now I'm grabbing some white, which may seem a little bit strange, but I'm doing that to kind of give the buildings a bit more depth. So I'm using it to kind of separate the buildings, but what I do is actually a pretty interesting trick. So I paint on the white, and then I use my thumb to kind of smudge it, so then it's not just a big line of white, it's very faint, and it kind of blends in with everything else, but it just adds that little bit more depth that it needs to look truly stunning. Well, in my opinion, I don't know. Kind of looks a little bit weird, but it does help instead of it just being the big block of black, because I would rather not mix a bunch of colors just to get that depth. So here I am grabbing some cheap gold polish and a dot tool to put windows on the buildings, so then it looks like the windows are all lit up inside the buildings, and it looks really pretty and it looks very nice. It also gives the buildings a little bit more depth, and it overall just helps make the design a lot better, a lot nicer looking. And well, that was one of my favorite things to do, honestly, because it was pretty fun. So yeah, this is also an interesting trick. I was taking a holo top coat with bigger glitters, and then taking a makeup sponge and pressing it down, because I needed that saturation there, but I didn't want that big bubble on the end of my nail, so I was taking a makeup sponge to press it down, scatter it out a little bit, and then finally putting a glossy top coat over that to seal it all in and overall make it look way better and nicer, and to give that a final little pop in it. In my opinion, a glossy top coat makes everything better, unless you're doing something that requires a matte top coat, which I typically don't like to do unless I'm doing the sort of raindrop effect, but that's just me. But because it doesn't really look too good with nail art, because it kind of dulls everything down. Alright, so here I'm just taking a Q-tip dipped in acetone and cleaning up around the cuticles and around my fingers to make it not look like a 5-year-old did it. Which is arguably very important. Ooh, focusing and unfocusing makes the holo pop, even with crappy lighting, like I have